Hello, this is another program where we're going to discuss another dog attack, fatal dog attack. This one happened in 2016, not the latest or one that happened even this year, 2017. This happened in 2016, as you can see on your screen. However, it's a very interesting and sad at the same time dog attack case. It was a fatal dog attack, unfortunately, in the city of close to Miami, city of Homestead, Florida, Miami-Dade County. As you can see again on your screen, it happened in 2016, and it was a Florida man, I believe a immigrant worker, that was attacked, and the title goes, "Man Mauled to Death by Pack of Dogs in Miami-Dade County." As you can see, there is the place where he used to work, or something like it. He used to work at a farm or field, I believe, as a full-time employee for a certain landowner, and the landowner was also the owner of the dogs, at least some of the dogs that ended up attacking and killing this poor man. As you can see, uh, there's quite a bit of dogs. I believe in total there were 10 attacking animals. I'm not sure if all of them were property of the owner of the workplace, or land where this man was attacked, but at least some or most of those dogs did belong to the landowner. And just to go back to the original story, skipping over the updates for now. This seems to have happened in May 2016, Homestead, Florida, nearly 3 weeks ago. From May 12th, a man was brutally mauled by a pack of dogs, and county authorities released no information to the public, which is kind of odd. However, not surprising. In Miami-Dade, it's quite a bit of a shady uh, police department over there, or police departments. There are several, which are, to say the least, not entirely trustworthy in many matters, especially those matters uh, dealing with immigrants, recent immigrants, drug dealers, and poor, vulnerable people. Just to go back to the main story here, on April 23rd, Manuel Mejia was savagely attacked by 4 or more dogs owned by Reynaldo Torres, which was probably the landowner. Uh, it says, who owns a dragon fruit farm. Some of the story was retracted, as you can see. Uh, Local 10, which is a news agency of the area over there, obtained the incident report showing that the victim's girlfriend, Pamela Babinel, called 911 to report that Mejia was being attacked by dogs. Mejia had multiple dog bites all over his body and open flesh wounds. A piece of skin was also missing from his left tricep area, states the report. He was airlifted to Kendall Regional Medical Center, and he died on an unknown date. I believe it was within hours of him making it to the hospital. Mejia was a caretaker at the Dragon Farm. Police are now investigating the case as a homicide. Again, that was back in May 2016. Some of the background information: on Monday, we reported this attack on the local news at the time of his death. At the time that his death was only alleged, after a blogger on the Examiner.com, a content farm, wrote about, in the past, pit bull defender bloggers at that website have deliberately published outright lies, the latter story, to advance rumors that in social media and to confuse the public. The most notorious was Cindy Maravito in February. The Examiner fired Maravito and unpublished her whole archive after she wrote a fake rescue story. Again, the media and the internet and many other places are just littered with people that protect these uh, killer dogs, pit bulls, and other breeds, aggressive breeds, and they'll go to any length, even lie, and protect animals that committed these savage acts. And that is a sad and disturbing case. Just to follow up here, in late December, just 5 months ago, we wrote an extensive post calling out Miami-Dade County Animal Services for their interchangeable breed labels. We showed multiple examples of dogs available for adoption by MDAS that clearly should fall under the Pit Bull Ban Ordinance, but they do not. We also explained that in that post that the actual ordinance, they explain the actual ordinance language, how MDAS refuses to enforce the pit bull mix portion of it, and how our nonprofit tracks American bulldogs in our statistics. Currently, the MDAS adoption website, pit bulls and their mixes continue to be adopted out to the public under the breed labeling game, which omits pit bull in their breed identification. Also, these dogs are only 8 months old. The bulk indicative of an American bulldog is simply not present. Some Belgian Malinois, despite their extensive use in law enforcement, also have genetic-based aggression issues, glazing over behaviors, episodic biting behaviors, and general loss of clarity. This has been studied and validated only in the Belgian Malinois breed. An owner can have his dog tested to see if he has the genotype. Like everything about this case, this part is confusing too. The video states the ME's office sees dog mauling deaths about 1 to 2 times per year on average, about 16 deaths since 2005. The print version states about 1 per year, 11 deaths since 2005. Strike area indicates that this information was also removed from the first edition of the news report. We do not link to any of the pet bloggers at the Examiner. As you can see, the story is very disturbing because there's a lot of shady manipulation of information from blog sites that protect these killer animals, and also there's some shady maneuvering by the police themselves. They did not in the first place release this information, the case details to the public, which is a travesty. This is something that should be done every time that something happens in the public. A murder, a killing by an animal, an accident, whatever it may be, it should be released right away, because it also could pose, not only for the families and for the sake of doing the right thing, but also to prevent further attacks to other individuals in the public from these aggressive and killer animals. Some details on the case, some updates on the attacking animals. Let me first read over some of the other details. Autopsy report is finally released. Obviously, also this case is interesting because the autopsy report was not released as it should be all the time to not only families but to public records to make sure there's no shady and foul play or business going on. WWPLG Local 10, which is the local news, obtained a copy of the Miami-Dade County Medical Examiner's autopsy report from Manuel Mejia, the 49-year-old who suffered serious bites to his head, neck, chest, back, and legs, suffered fractured ribs, and more. The wounds were quite severe. They were all over his body. Darren Caprata said, the ME's director of operations. So what we see is indicative of a very vicious attack. A witness told police that 3 dogs started the attack and up to 7 more joined in. Some more clarification. In May 13, 2016, the clarifications and autopsy. More clarifications have been made since last night. Miami-Dade Animal Services MDAS released a statement that in part said the dog's owner is fully cooperating with authorities. However, his pack of dogs, now said to be 11 of them, have remained on the owner's property since the man's death nearly 3 weeks ago. Manuel Mejia was attacked by a group of these dogs on April 23rd. He died the next day. This information was not released to the public until May 12th. So the incident happened in April 23rd. The information was not released to the public until May 12th, which is clearly foul play, attempting to shove all that under the rug and protect the animals, protect the owner, which was probably a rich landowner, is a probably rich, influential landowner, and the police want nothing to do with it. They rather let it be. So they attempted to shove it under the rug again, sweep it under the rug, let it go away, call it an accident, be done with it, not even seize the man's animals, which is a complete and utter violation of all kinds of regulations, all kinds of laws, all kinds of commitments and duties from public authorities. The attacking dogs, the Belgian Malinois Bulldog mix offspring, are 8 months old and are now being housed at an undisclosed location. Pamela Bibino, Mejia's girlfriend, who witnessed the attack and called 911, told police that 3 dogs instigated the attack and up to 7 others joined in. This indicates that all 10 dogs may have been involved, including the mother dog, who is thought to be who is tough to rationally argue is not a pit bull mix. It is unknown if the sire dog is in custody or if it was part of the attack. Again, even after they found out that the man had died from this dog attack, the owner didn't care. The owner didn't want nothing to do with it. He wanted to protect his animals rather than serve justice and do what's right and turn these animals in for extermination. This man just decided to protect these killer animals and not even worry about that death that they caused, which is outrageous, is just preposterous and ridiculous on its face. Another update, the 19th of May 2015. I think they meant 2016. Rather. Nearly 1 month after a man was mauled to death by a pack of dogs. Miami-Dade Animal Services (MDAS) finally sees the animals. That's a month after the incident, which is ridiculous. During the transition in obtaining the dogs, one of the dogs threatened an officer. The officer shot and killed it. Thus, a total of 9 dogs were seized, including the pack's mother, described as an American Bulldog by MDAS, indicating that the MDAS breed labeling game is back in action and again headed up by Kathleen Labrada. After the pit bull mauling death of Javon Day Jr., Labrada MDAS used at least 4 different breed labels for the other dogs involved in the vicious attack, none being pit bull mix, including Labrador Pit Bull Mix, American Bulldog Labrador Mix, Terrier Boxer Mix, and Terrier Mix. As we have stated multiple times on this website, the first breed listed in a mix is the primary. In this case, this point is moot, except to note that MDAS is on record again claiming another American Bulldog. Again, this is outrageous the way these things happen sometimes, and if it wasn't for the families of the victims just going after the authorities, going after the owners of these killer animals, going after the perpetrators and the dog breeders, nothing would happen. The authorities would rather stay in their stations, calm and hanging out on their Facebook page, than do their job, seize these animals, bring those owners to under charges, criminal charges, throw them in jail and throw away the key. That's what should happen. However, most times, as far as I can see, these people just avoid any kind of bothersome and any kind of work, any kind of responsibility. They just avoid it like the plague. They rather just, again, sit at home, sit at their desk, and eat donuts or whatever else. They don't like doing their job, obviously. At least a good percentage of them. I'm not saying all of them. There's an update from from November 2016. Today we submitted 2 public records requests to learn more information about this case. We submitted a request for the police report from Miami-Dade County Police and the animal control report from the Miami-Dade Animal Services. While local media did the initial fact-finding and gained the autopsy report, there were never any follow-ups. Questions also linger about the breed identification of the mother dog, as the video didn't show the dog's full body. Again, lots of shady maneuvers and a lot of shady goings-ons over there in that place with that police department, the animal control place, and the perpetrators. No charges have been filed as far as I can see here in this case, and that is just a sad case. Hopefully that will change. Time is running out. The clock is ticking. It's now late 2017, late November. This occurred over a year ago, so more likely than not there will not be criminal charges filed, and that is just a sad situation. Another loss of a life unnecessarily, and these animal owners just go free and go about their days with no consequences after a not an accident, but a killing and murder like this happens. Thank you very much. Have a great day.